Hello, hello. It's Julie Davison from juliedavison.com. Let me get my phone charging cord out of the way. Welcome to Celebration Spotlight Day 2. Today we are going to make a card with the Darling Donkeys stamp set. I will be doing Celebration Spotlights every day until Celebration ends on February 28th. I'm having... Okay, all of a sudden I thought, am I live in the right place? I think we're good. Give me a thumbs up or a heart. Let me know that you can see me okay. So Celebration is Stampin' Up's annual promotion, and it ends February 28th. So there is just 8 days left of Celebration. And so over those 8 days, I'll be doing a daily video to share some projects with you featuring all of my Celebration favorites before they go away. So yesterday was day 1, and we made a whole stack of these awesome designer paper cards using the paper blooms. And so today we're moving on to the next one, which is the Darling Donkeys stamp set. I don't know if you've noticed this, but I'm just going to point it out real quick. Throughout the Celebration brochure, Stampin' Up! Has these project collections, which include the supplies to make the projects that they showed. So we have a Darling Donkeys project collection. And so there's one item number to get everything. And what that item number includes is everything that's on this page. So the enamel dots, assorted cardstock, white cardstock, 6x6 in color designer paper, some Stampin' blends, and the Memento black ink pad. And so with this set of supplies, you can create the projects that they've shown here. So all of this, one item number, you can get it over here. And then if you buy all of this, then you qualify to get the Darling Donkeys for free. So of course you can order anything to get the Darling Donkeys for free. It doesn't have to be this collection, but if you really like the cards here, then you can order that collection and get everything all at once. So are you guys ready to make a card with Darling Donkeys? About 2 hours ago, I thought I need to figure out what we're doing, and my kids kind of wanted to help out. I thought maybe my son was going to help me with the video. But after we made some cards, we just sort of ran out of time for me to show him what he was going to show you. But let me start by showing you the cards that the kids made. So Anna Banana, she's 10. She made this card. She really loved the seaside spray, and she put a little wiggler on her donkey. And she used some of that Paper Blooms designer paper. And Thomas did too. Thomas made this card, and he used some of the Paper Blooms designer paper and used seaside spray and Night of Navy. So they colored their own donkeys and cut them out and made their card. I helped Thomas with a few measurements, and he originally had the donkey over here, and he stamped the words, and they kind of got smeared. And so I showed him how I very strategically pull cards apart, and we pulled off the donkey and moved it over so that he could add a banner with the words. Love the way that turned out. And Claire literally just handed me her card. She wanted to do a 3D card, so we did this awesome little diorama card, and this folds flat to go in a regular envelope, but then it kind of has this little pop-up to make like a little box, and she used a wiggler on her donkey too. Aren't they so cute? These darlings, these donkeys really are so darling. I think you're gonna love the card that I've created for you. So let's jump right in. So I was inspired today by this card. I've made versions of this card before. This is the flap fold card. And this one I made, like a year and a half ago. I think it was one of the Stamp of the Month Club projects. So it's really fun because it has this like little flap that tucks underneath, and then it opens up, and you can still see that circular image on the inside. So I thought this would kind of be a fun card with the donkeys. So I've cut some cardstock, and I'm going to show you how we're going to put this card together, my donkey version. Let me grab my other bag. Okay, so I really love these wobbles. I got them a couple months ago, and you saw them on some of the kids' cards, but this donkey especially, he's just begging for a little wobbler. I purchased these on Amazon, so if you're interested in making your donkeys or your chicks or whatever you're stamping, if you want to get some action wobblers, it's Hampton Art, and I got a bigger bag of 48. These are the mini size. I think there's a bigger size as well. And this just fit perfectly behind the little donkey. So that worked out perfectly. So if you're interested in getting some wobbles, this is what the package looks like. Hampton Art Action Wobbles, and they're so easy to use. So I'll get one out. We're going to use one on our card today, and I'll show you how to put that on. So let's start with some measurements so you guys can recreate this card at home. So this is going to be perfect for not just donkeys, but like any image. I was going to say any critter, but it doesn't even have to be a critter. It doesn't have to be a penguin. It doesn't have to be a donkey or a chick. You can do this with any image, flowers, ice cream cones, whatever you'd like. So we're going to start with a card base that is 4 1/4 by 9 1/2 inches. And I scored it at 2 1/4, 2 1/4, and 6 1/2. Okay, this is Melon Mambo. Really love this bright color, and I chose this because I wanted to use some bright and fun paper. So I'm using a piece of Artistry Blooms designer paper. Let me show you these measurements. So these are the other pieces we're going to need for our card. We have a 4 by 4 inch white square. The designer paper is 2 3/4 inches by 4. And then I have a strip of coordinating cardstock. This is 1/2 inch by 4 1/4. So I chose these colors, like I said, because of the Artistry Blooms designer paper. So first I colored the donkeys. We just sat down and we colored our donkeys and decided what we wanted to use. And so I picked soft suede. And then I wanted a dark pink to kind of go with soft suede. So soft suede is not in the Artistry Blooms designer paper, but I think it complements the pink really nicely. So this designer paper is in the annual catalog. It comes 12 by 12. I've just cut it down so that you can see it a little bit easier. But you see we've got beautiful bright colors in this Artistry Blooms. So we've got patterns on one side that are very like brush stroke, very artsy. And then the other side, we have these beautiful like ombres, watercolor wash, just beautiful colors in this paper. Do you recognize this one? This is the pattern that Claire chose for her card. I thought that was really, really pretty. So the pattern I'm using here has got some Melon Mambo, Mango Melody, and Daffodil Delight. So this is the pattern that I chose for my card. And again, that is going to be 2 3/4 inches by 4 inches. Now the Artistry Bloom has some coordinating glitter paper that is rainbow. So I think the 12 by 12 fits together like this. I think it's like that. So you see we've got the whole color of the rainbow. This rainbow glitter paper is so pretty. And we're going to use, in fact, I'm just going to do it right now. I'm using the ice cream cone punch to punch out a little party hat for our donkey. So I'm just doing the very corner of it. We have an old Christmas tree punch that was like this shape too, and that worked out really nicely. So I'm going to cut out 2 party hats because I'm going to have 2 party donkeys on this card. All right, I've done the scoring, so let's go ahead and work on assembling our card. I'm going to get rid of those Post-its. I will include the measurements in the description of the video, so if you want to see that later, I'll have that. Okay, so for the card base, we're going to make a circle. I think I want to come in this side. And I'm going all the way in with the punch, and then I'm centering it on the score line. And this is the 2 1/4 inch circle punch. 2 1/4 inch. Love this one. This is actually the same punch I used yesterday on those cards. So if you don't have this one, definitely a good punch to get. So I've created the window, and we have, this will fold down. Oh dear. Oh no. I punched it on the wrong side. I was supposed to punch it over here. Claire, are you still in there? I have to go grab the paper trimmer. It's in the kitchen. Oh no. Okay, that's fine. I'll just cut a new one. And and I'll show you how I cut it. So this cardstock, again, let me show you since we're going to do it over, is 4 1/4 by 9 1/2. So I'm going to cut in half 4 1/4 and then at 9 1/2. Okay, save that for something else. Then I'm going to score, that's the lighter blade, score at 2 1/4 and 6 1/2. And let's try this again with our punch. Okay, so the 2 1/2 inch circle punch, and there is a smaller section and a bigger section. So you want to do your circle on the smaller section. And I'm going to do it over here on this side. So we've got the smaller section on the right, larger section on the left, and we're going to punch that circle right, just centering it over the score line. So we've got the bigger piece folds up and then the smaller piece folds down like this. Okay, so this is the base of our card. Oh, yes, you're not the only one that makes mistakes. Sometimes I do too, but it's just cardstock. It's no big deal. All right, so I'm going to put this piece, this is the 4x4 white piece, on the inside. Before I do that, I'm going to do some quick stamping. I always like to do the stamping before I glue it down, just in case you mess it up. Just in case I mess it up, not in case you mess it up, because I'm sure you guys stamp beautifully. And then on the inside, I have some words from the set. It's going to be, it's your birthday, and hee-haw, and I'm stamping those in Melon Mambo. And then I didn't do this one ahead of time, so I'm just going to do some quick coloring. I don't have a Melon Mambo Stampin' Blend, so I'm using my regular Stampin' Right marker and then the Stampin' Blends to color in the rest of the donkey. And again, this is soft suede. We kind of debated about what color to make our donkeys, because I have to tell you, I don't have a lot of experience in that department. I've seen brown donkeys and gray donkeys. Anna made her blue donkey. What color are donkeys? Does anybody have some farm experience to share with us? And maybe with artistic license, you can make your donkey any color. So I chose soft suede, and hopefully it is somewhat accurate for donkey colors. So I'm using the light one first, and then I'm going to go back. I'm going to use the skinny tip. I'm going to go back and add some darker color, shading, and on his extremities. And with the Stampin' Blends, you can go back and you can blend with the lighter one if you want. Okay, so that's going to go on the inside. Okay, Carol says brown and Kay says gray. See, maybe there's donkeys are more than one color. Oh, you have to be careful here when you're putting this down, because you don't want to have any adhesive fall within that circle, or your card is just going to stick to your desk. So I'm going to put, instead of putting it on the back of the white, I'm going to put it on the pink and then line this up. So again, you don't want to have any adhesive right here. And it looks like I did get some, so I'm just going to rub that away. Okay, so this is the inside of our card. And this is going to be where we're going to put the layered circles. So that works out really well to put that down first. Let's go ahead and add our designer paper. Again, this is 2 3/4 inches by 4. And I'm going to put this on the front flap that folds up. So if your designer paper has like a certain direction, you want to make sure that you put it on when it's folded up, because that's how it's going to be on the finished card. Okay, and then while we're doing this, if there's anything you want to stamp, then you want to do that before you start gluing layers down. So I'm going to add one of the stamps in this Darling Donkeys is this cute little stars. And I just love that as like a little, just like a little accessory image. So I'm going to just do like a little border of the stars. And then I'm going to put the skinny strip as just sort of an accent right along the edge, like that. So you can decide if you want to add more. That looks good, maybe. Boop. Okay, so our front is coming along. We have a border, we've got the designer paper and the cardstock strip. So let's add the circle. So I'm using 2 punch circles. This is 2 1/4 inches and this is 2 inches. And I'm just going to layer them together. I already pre-stamped and hand cut the donkey for the focal image. So he's all ready to go and he's going to fit inside that circle. So you can either do that flat, or I thought it would just be really fun to use the wobble. So I'm gonna peel off the paper backing and put the wobble down. It's gonna fit just inside the donkey's body. How perfect is that? And this does fold pretty flat. You can see like there is a little bit of dimension to it, but if you're mailing this, you should be able to mail it okay, because it does go pretty flat when the wobble is when it's down. So we're gonna take the other paper backing off and stick that onto the circle. And so now we have our wobbling or dancing donkey. Okay, so the donkey now is going to go in this window here in this part, and it's going to stick up. And so again, you want to be careful with your adhesive because you don't want to get it where it shouldn't go. So I'm going to put it just in that opening and then center the donkey. Now this card was designed so that, let me show you a regular card. So here's like a half a card front. I just want to show you that this is still going to fit into a regular envelope. It was designed so that the height is no larger than 5.5. So this is going to fit in a regular size envelope, just like a regular card. Now, in order to keep this flap down, we're going to want to have something to catch the that fold. So I'm going to do a little circle, and I'm going to use some black ink and stamp "Hey there, friend." And I'm going to put this down on the side over here. So again, you want to be careful with adhesive because the circle is going to hold the flap down. So I don't want any adhesive to go here, or then I won't be able to open my card. So I'm going to put the Stampin' Dimensionals just underneath the flap. And then I'll add my circle. And I want a good deal of the circle to be above the flap so that it holds it like that. So it slides underneath. Okay, remember these little party hats? We're going to put them on the donkeys now. So let's get out some glue dots. These are what I punched from the glitter paper, remember, with the ice cream cone punch. And let's add one to the front. And open it up one through the inside. So I love that this brings in the yellow. It's so sparkly and fun. And since this is a birthday card, it just makes it nice and festive. But our party hats need some embellishment. So I'm using the Artistry Blooms sequins. I've been using these a lot lately. I really, really love how bright they are. 152477. So there's 4 different sheets. There's like a yellow, an orange, a blue, and then this like pinky purple. So I'm going to just add a glue dot at the top of the party hat. One on the inside here. I want to make sure that it's only on the hat. There. Okay, so let's look at our card. It's all done now. So we've got, hey there, friend. And then you open up the flap and it says, hee-haw, it's your birthday. Isn't that cute? I have to show you. So here's the one that I made, and I had the circle on this side, and then when I opened it up, the donkey was on the same side because that's just like how he is facing. So I wish I had stamped the donkey over here. So this time I made sure to put the circle on this side so that there's a little bit more interest the way it is diagonal instead of being right on top of each other. Oh my gosh, I love this card. I cannot wait to send it to a friend. Let me show you. I'm going to have them. Let's see. This one's going to be open and that one's going to be closed. There you go. There's the finished card with our cute Darling Donkey stamp set. Do you guys love this one? I feel like the Darling Donkeys are either a love it or hate it kind of stamp set. I just think they're so, so cute. And this is exclusive to Sale-a-Bration. So if you don't get Darling Donkeys now, it won't be back. This is it. So make sure you get your Darling Donkey stamp set. Sale-a-Bration ends February 28th, which is in a week. It's in 8 days, a week and a day, or 2 days. I think it ends on a Monday. Does that sound right? Well, whenever the 28th is, we're running out of time. That's all I know. Don't wait. Here are some more samples with the Darling Donkeys. I made most of these cards. I think the last one is a swap, but they're just so cute. They're so fun and easy to color with the Stampin' blends. Here's those artistry bloom sequins again. Here's a blue donkey. So you know what? Why not? He kind of looks like Eeyore. And a gray donkey. And then this one is by my team member, Barb Hopper, I think. Yeah. Oh, so cute. Let me open this one up because she actually has another donkey. Both donkeys on the inside. Isn't that cute? Oh my goodness. All right, well, let me know how you feel about the Darling Donkeys stamp set. Again, you're running out of time to get this one. You want to make sure to get it before February 28th, and you can do that in my online store at juliedavison.com/shop. You'll earn a free gift for every $50 that you order. No limit at all. Come back tomorrow for Sale-a-Bration Spotlight Day 3. I'm going to be sharing some projects with the Approaching Perfection stamp set. This birthday greeting stamp set is really fun and versatile. So I can't wait to share more projects with you. Be sure to come back tomorrow at 1 p.m. Central Time for another Sale-a-Bration Spotlight. Have a great day and happy stamping.